This is Barry and Eric from Moss Pond. Again, folks, we're going to do a video today called Guns for the Elderly. Now, we've had a lot of elderly folks come in lately, and elderly folks have a lot of problems that you may not be aware of. The first one that we encounter mostly is arthritis, sometimes severe. This is a major problem with older folks. Now, young people say, well, why can't they just make their hand work? Why can't they do? No, you can't. I have a friend of mine who is severely crippled in his right hand, and sometimes he has to shoot left-handed, but we came in the other day with him, and we checked out several guns. Now, I've got a lineup of guns here that we picked out for elderly folks. This is, by no stretch of the imagination, every gun that they can use, but I've narrowed it down to maybe 5 or 6 different guns that we have found that elderly folks can handle. Now, another problem old folks have is slowed reflexes. You have to think quick when you're in a situation. A very dear friend of mine was killed years ago, beaten to death in his own living room because he wasn't fast enough. A man was in his living room beating his wife. He came out of the bedroom with a .22 pistol, and a guy jumped him and beat him to death. So, slowed reflexes are another problem. Now, old folks have skin that's like tissue paper. I've had them come in here with the back of their hand ripped open. What happened to you? Oh, well, when I closed my car door, I bumped it on the car door. This is a major problem. If you have a slide on a gun that has sharp edges on it, they can actually peel their fingers trying to cock a slide on some of the guns down there. They have an older mindset. They're more trusting. They're more likely to become a victim. Now, just yesterday, there was recent events in Atlanta where these guys are posing as utility men, and they're gaining access to old folks' home. And while that one has got one of the people, talking to him or whatever, the other guy's ransacking the bedroom and stealing the lady's jewelry and so on and so forth. So we've had recent events right here in Atlanta. When someone comes to your door posing as a police officer, posing as a utility man, ask for their credentials and call their office. If they're not supposed to be there, don't let them in. Okay, old folks got poor eyesight. Now this is a major problem. If they get up at night, they don't have the contacts or glasses with them, they're going to have a problem with this. Now, we've got a gun here with a laser on it. We're going to be showing you that in a minute. Weaker physical condition. Now, I've noticed older folks lately, they're a complete victim to someone. They're slow to move, they're not paying attention, so on and so forth. A lot of old folks stay at home and work out in their gardens and so on and so forth, and I'm going to show you some guns that they can have with them when they're out doing their yard work and so on and so forth. My elderly friend that came in with severe arthritis the other day, we were looking through some guns. Now, he has a Walther PPK, but he can't operate it anymore. The slide spring is too stiff. So, we got a Walther P22 here that he can easily load. The slide is easy to pull. Now, I'm not an advocate of 22s for self-defense. However, you have to use what you can use. And if this is the best you can do, then this is the best you can do. Now, we also came back to the good old Glock 19, 9mm. Mag is harder to load, but the slide offers a lot of gripping surface, and it's not sharp. He can handle this gun. With severe arthritis, he can handle this gun. This is another good one for the elderly. Then, of course, you have the ever-popular lightweight Smith & Wesson 38 Special. Now, this happens to have the bodyguard frame. The only problem that we have with this gun is a lot of older folks can't pull the trigger. And the hammer, they can cock it with the left thumb, but this is a more difficult gun to use. Now, if they're out in their garden, whatever, they can put this in their apron pocket or whatever they have, pants pocket. This is a North American Arms 22 Magnum. Very easy to manipulate. And it has enough power to get the job done. I've seen at least one person killed with one of these. Now, this one is the same gun except it has a folding grip with a clip on it. You can hook that to your garden apron inside the pocket or whatever. When you want to shoot it, you open it up. Now they've got a bigger handle. They've got something they can handle better. But this is a very easy gun to manipulate. You can cock it with the left thumb and fire like that if you want to. That's a good one for the elderly. Now, speaking of poor eyesight, this Smith & Wesson 38 Special is equipped with a Crimson Trace laser grip. When you grab the gun, your middle finger automatically turns the laser on. So they can shoot like this. They can hold the gun with both hands. They don't have to aim. As long as they can see that dot, that's where the bullet's going to go, as long as they can pull the trigger on this gun. This is a great thing to have. But we're going to be doing a video pretty soon on laser sights, pros and cons. That's coming up shortly. Now, for a house gun, Mossberg makes this little 410 pump. It holds 5 shots. Now you can, since the advent of the Smith Governor and the Taurus Judge, they've come out with a lot of good self-defense loads for the 410. Up until recently, you can only get birdshot and slugs. Now you can get some loads in here that are triple-aught buck. So this will do the job right here, and just about anybody can handle it. They can brace it under their arm like this. It's easy to pump. This is a kid's gun, but this is a great gun for old folks to keep behind the bedroom door or whatever. So there are other guns here that we can't show you because we can't get them. The Ruger LC9 is a great little gun for the elderly. A Kel-Tec PF9 and a Thunder 380 is an excellent gun for old folks, but we don't have any in stock to show you. The gun situation's freeing up, but a lot of guns you still can't get. So I hope y'all have enjoyed this video, and if y'all have any ideas or y'all want us to do something, elaborate on this subject, we'll be more than happy to do so. Y'all have a good evening.